Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name is Emily Hanhan and I love colorful makeup and colorful language. And I am here today for a tag. I feel like this is the season of tags. There are so many tags I want to do, and whether you like it or not, I might just be doing them all. Today's tag is the beauty consumer tag, and this was created by 90s LoveChild. 90s LoveChild is another amazing, badass, strong woman beauty content creator here on YouTube. I'm all here for supporting fellow women, so get used to it. If you're here watching me, you should be used to this attitude. So 90s LoveChild is like wig goals for me. And she's amazing. She buys lots of indie makeup, lots of mainstream makeup, talks about all kinds of things, not just beauty, on her channel. And I mean, I'm not very good at describing people, so go check out her channel, especially if you haven't watched her before. As soon as I saw the tag, I was like, I have to do this. It's fantastic. The questions are a little deeper, going more into the psyche and thought process behind your shopping. Let's just jump right in. So the very first question is, how much do you spend on makeup a month and a year? Well, I just happen to actually know that answer, unfortunately or fortunately for myself. So back in November of 2018, I saw Angelica Nyquist go on a low buy, and I saw a couple other creators doing it, and it kind of inspired me. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do a year-long low buy, and I'm gonna start on December 1st like she is. I very quickly learned that that was not good for me. But what I did get out of it was that I have a note in my phone of, from my knowledge, all of my beauty purchases, not item by item, but like place by place. And it was eye-opening and helpful to see that from December 1st of last year until today, basically, I spent somewhere between $1,800 and $1,900 on beauty purchases. Yeah. I'm not super happy with that number. And yes, I started my channel in March, so like I could say, oh, it's because I have a channel, but I'm not monetized. I'm not making any money off of this. This is just a hobby that's maybe gotten a little bit out of hand, and that averages out to about $150 a month. So I also wanted to just make a comment about budgeting. I tried to do the no buy year, and pretty quickly into it, I knew it wasn't the right situation for me. I realized that sometimes those kinds of rules really trigger, okay, content warning, eating disorders. Sometimes those rules really trigger my history and current struggle with eating disorders. Having that like no buy or low buy situation definitely felt like it was triggering some of the feelings that dieting has triggered in me. My hope, having spent this year spending in a way that is, I'm aware of my spending and I'm controlling it to some degree, but I'm definitely not controlling it maybe as much as I need to financially, that it was kind of like a year of learning. It was almost like a year of intuitive eating, and now I'm moving forward into knowing what I need and what I don't need, and how I feel comfortable buying and what I don't feel comfortable, doing. And I'm hoping that going into next year that I can figure out the best system for how I want to shop. It's been really interesting this year to see how quickly I learned that, like, oh, there's certain things that people do with their makeup spending or their spending period that right now I just can't do. And maybe in the future, I might be in a place that I can. I hope this feels like a purposeful addition to this video, but I wanted to mention it in case you've tried to do different things to help with your beauty purchasing, or you're purchasing across the board. If you're having certain reactions and you feel like, oh, I'm just a failure, I just can't do this, I'm just a failure. Maybe you can't do it the way that you were doing it, and maybe you just need to look at other models and see if there's another way that you can do the things you need to do to be financially responsible for yourself without also drastically affecting your mental health. Question number 2 is, do you ever feel guilty on how much money you spend on makeup? Yeah, obviously, I think my reaction from question number 1 shows how I'm feeling, how I feel some guilt. The reality is that the places that I maybe get buyer's remorse from, I can usually return from. I've been much better in 2019 about buying and returning things, but if I truly feel guilty or if I truly am feeling some kind of immense buyer's remorse and I can return it, I will. Not always able to, or it doesn't always click in that way before the return policy is expired, but I've definitely felt guilt. I think overall it's more of looking at the big picture than it is the purchase by purchase. So that's usually where I'm at. Question number 3 is, do you get FOMO related to makeup releases? Where I'm at now in my life, I think I feel I think I feel less FOMO in general. I struggle. Jealousy is like a feeling that I struggle with across the board in my life. And with makeup, I do sometimes get that FOMO, but I don't think I get it in the way that a lot of makeup consumers do. I think probably the most that I get it is within the like small beauty world that I follow and watch, seeing certain releases like go to everybody or everybody's buying it. Like, I couldn't financially buy the Amy and Amy palette when it launched. I have some FOMO. I'm hoping I can get it when it comes in stock in January. But if something happens and I never get it, mentally and emotionally, I'm gonna be okay. Question number 4 is, do you purchase items simply because they're limited edition? No. No. I will purchase items in spite of them being limited edition, but I don't purchase something specifically because it is limited edition. I'm very thankful that I never got into that mindset, because that's a slippery slope. And anybody that's been there or is there now and shopping that way, I'm not like shaming that, because we all have our own shopping habits and things that we're working on. I'm just thankful that that's not where I'm at. Question number 5 is, would you be willing to pay more for an item that's sold out online? No, I'm too cheap for that. I'm far too familiar with this like scarcity model that brands are running off of now. When something is sold out, I don't ever truly believe that it is sold out forever. And I've been burned by that, because I really got into wanting the Becca Berlin Girl Glow highlighter, and it was like gone according to Becca. And then there's a hint that it's going to be restocked. I think I even reached out to customer service and was like, is it gonna happen? And they're like, we're working on it, we'll see. Then it came back and I like bought it immediately from Becca, pay for shipping, all of this, and I got it and I was like, it's fine. And while yes, I didn't pay more than full price for that, but I could have waited and gotten it on sale. And these days I am all about getting makeup on sale. I'm not going to buy something on sale that I didn't want full price, but I'm also not going to spend full price when I know that almost every site these days has sales. So yeah, I don't buy above full price just because it's sold out online. No. Question number 6 is, do you wish you could spend more or less on beauty? And I think it's a little bit of both answers. I wish I could spend more and it not impact me financially. Like, do I wish I was at a higher pay rate in my life where I could just spend more and not worry about it? Yeah, sometimes I do, because I look at brands. I know Kara mentioned this in her video, because we're both listing over like Chantecaille and the powders and lipsticks they're releasing for holidays. Or, I watch Michelle Wong because I love her personality, but sometimes I do see some of the luxury products she's using and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind being able to try that. So it's kind of yes, but at the same time, I kind of would rather spend less and just be a little bit more intelligent and more particular about my purchases. Question number 7 is, do you feel compelled to buy something if it's in someone else's collection? It's not just if it's in someone else's collection. I think generally my answer to that question is no, but If a product ends up in the collection of multiple people whom I am friends with or follow online, and they're all positively speaking about the products, then I am kind of like itching to try it and get it in my hands. Like if Lacey and Teresa and Hannah Louise Poston and Karen Harris and all mention a product and all have generally positive, feedback about the product, yeah, I'm gonna want it. Am I gonna force myself in a financial position that I'm uncomfortable with to get it? Generally no, but sometimes yes. Question number 8 is, do you spend more during the holidays? Purely based on the holidays, no. In the years past, I do think I would have been more drawn in to buy a sample kit or like a mini kit, like the mini Sephora lipstick kits or certain mini skincare kits. I know a lot of people like hate on minis, but there are certain minis that I really appreciate and enjoy. So those tend to come out around the holidays. So I would have bought that, or a bundle situation, or a Black Friday eyeshadow situation. But I'm not buying in the way people typically are shopping around the holidays. So I'm not specifically buying because I'm like, oh, I'm getting this for somebody else, let me get something for myself. But I know I'm kind of a rare case in this time of the year. Question number 9 is, have you ever hidden a makeup purchase from friends or family? I haven't, but if I was in a serious relationship with a significant other, depending on how I was mentally, I could see myself slipping into that. It's something that I've seen modeled in my life, like from a young age, and it's something I don't really want to do and try to avoid doing, but I could see in the wrong headspace doing that. Question number 10 is, do you have more than 10 products in your collection you haven't used in over a month? Definitely. I definitely have more than 10 products that I haven't used in over a month. I could look at my lipstick collection alone and say that, or my like liquid glitter eyeshadows. Yeah. Question number 11 is, have you ever been pressured to purchase something you did not need or could not afford? I don't think I've had the salesperson pressure situation, but I think internal pressure. I've definitely felt it in terms of, I really want something, I see a bunch of positive reviews, there's a sale going on, I should get it now. Yeah, I have internally pressured myself. And it's also why I've tried to unsubscribe from a lot of mailing lists, because those emails that are like, oh, we have a sale going on, that's going to instantly make me think, I should get it now while it's on sale. And it's like, no, bitch, no. Question number 12 is, do you purchase makeup for collector's reasons? No. I've never had the completionist bug in me, and I'm so thankful for that. I get it, I do, but I don't have it in me. There are times when it does kind of click in where I'm like, oh, I want the whole thing, I want the whole set. I really felt that with the Kaleidos highlighters. I knew I didn't need them. I knew I didn't need the whole set. And I actually feel really thankful, not actually, I feel extremely thankful that I got 2 as a gift from a subscriber, because it clicked right out of me. I was like, well, the set was at a discount. I'm not going to buy the set in the future to get them at a discount because I already have 2. So I'm like, now I'm thinking if there's another 1 or 2 colors that I am interested in, I'll buy 1 or 2 colors, but I'm not going to go in and grab the whole set because it's the whole set and it's at a bundle price. Question number 13 is, in your makeup journey, have you become less or more consumeristic? Again, I think it's a little bit of A and a little bit of B. So I'm buying more makeup than I was like 5 years ago, for sure. But I also think I'm more informed and more judgmental of myself and of the brand and of the product before I make a purchase. I'm definitely working on it. I think Hannah Louise Poston talking about how she would get into kind of like obsessive research modes when looking at new products definitely felt like she was speaking straight to me, because that's not healthy. And so I'm trying to be a more informed consumer and watch the reviews I want to watch and hear what I want to hear about a product without going into a rabbit hole and spending, hours and hours and hours of my time just to make sure I'm making the exact right purchase. I feel like I kind of did that with the Cliona stained glass shadows. And am I happy with what I got and the color selection and the variety? I guess. I mean, I am, but I'm also like, I also know that I could have made a million different choices and probably still been just as happy. So it was a good learning lesson of like, I feel more comfortable in the way I'm shopping these days, but I still want to be a little bit more distant to knowing everything and having researched everything before making a makeup purchase. I think I am smarter about things, but sometimes too much information is not a good thing. That was really good. That was a really interesting tag to do. It's definitely something I'm thinking about going into 2020 because now that I know what I spent in 2019 and I know how that shook out for me, and I know that like I look at that dollar value and think I could have taken 2 or 3 trips with that, or I could have bought a piece of furniture that would stay with me for my life. Looking at that dollar value definitely feels very real. If I could get that down by 1/3, that would be great. Thank you, Soraya, for making that tag. I feel like that was a great one for me to reflectively kind of end the year on. So thank you. And if you are watching this and you're a creator, feel free to make the tag. You're all tagged. If you're not a creator, but you want to leave answers to the questions in the comments, go for it. I'm super interested to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, subscribe to follow along with my colorful shenanigans. I have a Patreon that helps support me creatively. I thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. I hope to see you again real soon. Bye, friends.